Welcome to the deep dive. You gave us the sources on the Blustream DA11ADE Dante audio analog decoder, and our mission is to cut straight to the core insight. This isn't just about a box that converts signals. It's about solving that, that massive headache of getting modern networked audio to talk to your legacy gear.
It's the essential translator, really. I mean, you can't just throw out your existing investment in good analog amplifiers or speakers.
Of course not.
So this device, it takes that Dante signal, which is basically high-quality audio flying across a normal Ethernet network, and it just turns it back into a physical, usable analog signal.
Okay, so the core function is pretty simple then. It decodes Dante into two-channel audio.
Exactly.
But I see here the first sign of that professional flexibility is that the output can be either unbalanced or balanced.
Right, which gives you options depending on what your receiver needs. And the physical ports are, well, they're very deliberate. The input is just a standard RJ45 for the network.
Simple enough.
But the output, that's a specialized 6-pin Phoenix connector, with the little screw-down terminals.
Yeah, that's not something you see on consumer gear. That tells you it's meant to be installed and not touched, right?
That's it. It's for reliability. Cables aren't going to accidentally pop out in a permanent installation like a lecture hall or something.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting for the technicians installing it. The power. It supports Class 1 802.3 FPoE.
Power over Ethernet.
Exactly. So for anyone listening, that means you can just skip the wall outlet completely. The box gets its power straight from the network switch it's plugged into.
Which is a huge deal. It streamlines everything, cuts down cable clutter, saves so much time on an install.
And the audio quality isn't compromised.
Not at all. We're talking really high-quality standards here. It supports sample rates up to 96 kilohertz, all at 24-bit depth.
And that 24-bit resolution is, that's crucial for headroom when you go back to analog, right? To avoid that digital distortion.
It's everything. It keeps the signal clean before it ever hits the analog stage.
So moving from that clean digital signal to the, let's say, messier analog world, we hit this feature, independent output gain control per channel. And the range is just massive, from plus 18 dBo down to negative 10 dBV. I mean, that feels like overkill. Why would you need that much range?
But that range is vital because you're bridging two different worlds. Professional studio gear often operates at that higher plus 18 dBu level.
Okay.
But if you're feeding, say, a consumer-grade amp or some older gear, you need that much lower negative 10 dBV signal. This box lets you perfectly match the voltage levels for whatever you plug into it.
So you're not introducing noise or clipping the signal.
You got it. It's all about that perfect level matching.
And it's not just a one-trick pony with Dante either. I see it also supports AES67 RTP audio transport. So what's the practical benefit of that?
Well, think of AES67 as like the universal language for audio over IP. It means this box can talk to gear from other manufacturers, not just Dante stuff.
So it future-proofs your setup.
Completely. It improves your whole system's ability to converge.
And speaking of networks, let's talk timing. Latency is everything in live sound. This thing allows for configurable latency 1, 2, or 5 milliseconds.
Yeah, through the Dante controller software.
So my question is, why give the user options? Why wouldn't you just always set it to the fastest 1 millisecond?
That is the crucial trade-off. See, 1 millisecond is fantastic for a small, critical setup, like a musician's in-ear monitor.
Right, where any delay is a problem.
But it puts a much higher strain on your network. If you're running a huge system like a whole university campus, pushing everything to 1 millis could cause instability. The 5 middles option gives you headroom and rock-solid reliability for those big, complex jobs.
So it forces you to balance speed and stability. That makes sense. So what we have here is this tiny little box.
Yeah, it's about 120 millimeters by 47 millimeter, weighs almost nothing.
And it packs in all this powerful network compatibility and critical user control. It even has a 5-year warranty for a price point around $388.
It's basically the definitive answer to the question, how do I join the IP revolution without replacing everything I already own?
So a final thought then. Considering that precise control over gain and those latency options, how much of a system's real performance comes down not to the fancy speakers or amps, but to the skill of the technician in that Dante software, just balancing those levels and timings? This knowledge is just the start of figuring that out for yourself.